A stave is a set of 5 lines and 4 spaces in between them that is used in music notation. Notes can be placed on the lines and in the spaces to indicate different pitches that should be played. Using a stave is important as it allows musicians to write or read music. The different pitches or note names in music are C, D, E, F, G, A, and B. It's important that notes are named so musicians know what notes to play. You can find out where these note pitches are placed on the stave by looking at the clef, which is a musical symbol placed at the start of a line of sheet music to assign different pitches to each line and space. Clefs are important because they allow musicians to write music for all kinds of instruments that have different ranges. A treble clef is used for higher ranged instruments and indicates the note G on the stave. The notes on the lines of the treble clef can be remembered by the mnemonic, "Every good boy deserves football." The notes in the spaces can be remembered by the phrase, "face in the space." A bass clef is used for lower ranged instruments and indicates the note F on the stave. The notes on the lines of the bass clef can be remembered by the mnemonic, "Granny bakes donuts for Alice," and in the spaces by the mnemonic, "All cows eat grass." Notes can also be raised by a semitone, which is the shortest musical interval, by adding a sharp symbol. A note can also be lowered by a semitone by using a flat symbol. These symbols can either be placed in front of a note as an accidental, or they can be placed after the clef on a stave to make a specific key signature. This is important as raising or lowering notes by a semitone can completely change how a piece of music sounds when it's played. On the left are 2 examples of where a sharp and a flat symbol have been used as an accidental during a piece of music. On the right are 2 examples of where sharp and flat symbols have been placed at the start of the stave to create a specific key signature for a piece of music. A natural symbol can also be placed as an accidental in front of a note to indicate that the note should be played at its original pitch. Natural symbols are important as if a key signature is used in the piece of music, a natural symbol will cancel out a flat or sharp in the key signature and will therefore change the sound of the piece. Finally, ledger lines are short horizontal lines that are placed above or below the stave that notes can be placed on. Ledger lines are important in music as they allow musicians to play notes that are higher or lower than the given range of the treble or bass clef. Finally, I have labelled 2 pieces of real music with all the musical elements I have spoken about, as well as labelling the notes with their corresponding letters, to show what these elements look like in practice.